What's up, my crypto legends? The price of Bitcoin got a huge, massive drop yesterday. It is currently at a support level. Are we going to manage to bounce from this zone? This is what we're going to talk about in today's episode. Get a plan ready, talk about the major levels because that daily got a huge, massive rejection at $31,700 range. We were talking about this scenario. We were very much ready of the possibilities here for the last couple of weeks to get that rejection from that 31,700 daily level to come beneath the $30,000 range. We were very much expecting this for a possible major corrective move on the Legends trading community. Today in this episode, we are going to talk about the levels that I have here on the chart and how the price action could develop in the next coming hours and days, guys. So make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. Let's dive in here straight into the chart, guys. But wow, this was the trading setup that we have been taking a look at here for the last few days, getting that rejection from the highs and the daily, waiting patiently for that setup. And yes, I am in that short position of closed over 80% of this trade already here on Bybit. And if you want to do the same in these trading setups, make sure to check out down below. You have Bybit and Bitflex, okay, as the exchanges here. For me, no KYC on Bitflex is required. You do get a $10 bonus if you deposit $100 and place one trade, also entering the Apple Watch giveaway. But if you don't mind doing KYC, Bybit for me is the place to go, okay? Also Bitflex, if you don't want to do KYC, Bybit, $30,000 worth of bonus depending on what you deposit. Signing up with the link down below in the description to follow these trading setups, the short scenario that we were mentioning here with very good risk management for that possibility to drop all the way down beneath $30,000 to claim these higher lows. As you can see, we are getting supported right now. Obviously, this is a great take profit zone, guys. If you want those daily updates and possible scenarios that we talk about, you want to join the Legends Trading community. The Legends Trading community is where I post every single day. Sam also, we talk about several scenarios and possibilities. One of them, of course, was this epic short position from that daily to have a massive drop, get everybody bullish and claim the liquidity beneath the higher lows. It was just such an obvious possibility to happen, and this was provided in the Legends Trading community, of course. Make sure to join, guys, if you want those daily updates. It's down below also, Legends Trading community, for those daily updates and setups for the Bitcoin price. We also got some altcoin setups with Sam, who is a coach also in the Legends Trading community. Now, going through right away with the possibilities. Okay, this short has happened. I have missed the short, or thank you very much, I made some gains. Where is the next trading opportunity? Well, this is what we're going to talk about, guys. We need to understand that we have been in this range for over 3 weeks. You might think this range is extremely boring. I want the price action to move. Well, guys, come on. This was an epic short. I mean, it's an absolute killing. I missed a lot from the long, okay? Didn't manage to catch the long. I know some of the legends did with some of Sam's analysis. Talking about some long setups here, scalping day trades as we were moving up, which was absolutely phenomenal. I missed out personally, but I got into this one, which I was waiting patiently for the last few days, finally come into fruition. Of course, I had a plan, and the plan came to fruition. Now, what is happening now? Are we going to go lower, Andy? We are still inside the range. Let me just tell you that. It's a liquidity game right now where you drop, you claim the lows, you pump, you claim the highs, you drop back down, claim the lows, you come back up, claim the highs, you drop back down, claim the lows that you're creating. So it's going up and down from this range. Obviously, at some point in the very near future already, will we be breaking down in, maybe to the downside, maybe to the upside? This is why we need to have some trading plans. Let me just explain to you right now, there was a really nice, good long opportunity here at a liquidity grab from this low over here. You might think to yourself, but why? How come? How do you know? Why not this low? Basically, it's the value area low of this entire trading range. Value area high and value area low, they're big levels of resistance and support if you do get a reaction. What is a reaction? How can I know what is a reaction? How can I get into a trade? Well, obviously, let me just zoom in here and give this brief explanation from this price action, guys. We have some lows that could potentially swing failure pattern or get a liquidity grab. There was no reaction, no wick whatsoever from this area over here from these lows. So you're not going to long this aggressive drop here candle. There's no long to be taken from these lows for an SFP. But when you claim these lows over here, that you actually have 2 pivot points, as you can see, you wick and you consolidate for several minutes here. And this is the moment you want to take that decision to long the $30,000. The price is reacting. It is getting above the level. It is not reacting from this level, so no trade to take. As you can see, the candlestick breaks through that level. No long to be taken. This is why we're patient. We check reactions and then take the decision with very good risk management. If you would have longed this SFP, which is exactly at the value area low, then of course you are in pretty decent profits right now and your stop loss should be beneath the wick. Simple as that. You're already making a 2-to-1. This trade setup was not provided, okay, in the Legends trading community, but it's a scenario that did happen. When you do analyze the situation, no SFP from this one, yes SFP from this one, swing failure pattern, and you're also adding as confluence the value area low of the entire range. It is right over here in the blue horizontal line, as you can see, exactly at that level. That is a good long attempt with very good risk management. So what is the next setup? I missed that one as well. What could happen next? Well, what we need to understand is that there is a high chance in bouncing here and going to the highs again. However, where we are right now, it's not a great long setup. Why? Because we've already bounced. We are very much aware that these lows can be claimed, or even these lows right over here, or these ones, okay? So what would be the next trading plan? If you missed that long situation, then rolling down again to test this level. If it breaks through, we're looking for this level. And if it breaks through, we're looking for this level. If we do not break through and we get that reaction, you know the deal, guys. It's possibly a good long setup, whether that is here or that is all the way down here to this low or the next low over here. So you need to be very, very selective with your shorts. I did not short the yearly highs here on the 6th of July. It was a possibility. We talk about several levels. You take the decision from that level. Are you going to short this liquidity grab above this level? Well, if I zoom in on the price action on the chart and take a look at the highs, how did the price react to that level? We didn't reach it on this candlestick. The next candlestick broke through aggressively. No short to be taken right over here. No shorts because we break through the level. Of course, there was a daily level right there that we've been waiting for. That is the level where I am shorting from. We get the reaction, guys. Check out the price action. Reactions are extremely important, and to have a high that has been hit, to get the rejection and consolidate for a few minutes beneath the daily level is already for me pull the trigger. Pull the trigger here. I have a stop loss level with a good risk management. The losses are minimum compared to the wins, as you can see here on the chart. So it's a risk that you need to take. And that's basically here what happened, right? Obviously no short taken from the yearly high as we did not get any reaction. The yearly high, okay, was right over here from the 6th of July till we broke it here on the 13th of July. So no short to be taken. Yes, short to be taken from the daily. We're getting a reaction. We take that trade with very good risk. Next possible setups, guys. If we were not to break successfully these levels, I've explained it already, being extremely simple. You can fail to break out. Once you fail to break out, you can jump into trade. Obviously with good risk management, always very good risk management. Now, this major drop here inside of the range, it was a little bit difficult to trade. Any retracements here? Obviously, for me, it's very difficult to long at the very top of a pump, despite that we do have retracements. It is very difficult. You need to be aware of a major rejection, especially when you've already claimed the highs. The highs have been claimed and you have rejected. You need to be aware that that continuation to the upside is not going to happen and you could get a really deep pullback. The same here. This for me is not a great shorting zone. I would be looking for longs at this level because we've already had the drop. I'm in a short from here. Why am I going to look for shorts here? I'm switching to looking for longs, okay? Whether the price does move down and goes lower, it doesn't matter. You say, oh, you should have shorted here. But no, there's no good stop loss here to be placed because we're very much aware of a larger relief rally. So it's not an option for me at the moment to short where we're currently at. Now, next setups. The ones down beneath, like I explained at the beginning of the video, keeping it simple. If we break through, we got a major level that we've been talking about for a few weeks now. This is the value area high of this trading zone over here. Let me just zoom out. On the 4 hourly, we got a really large range right there from March till June, okay, of this year. That value area high of this entire trading zone is round about the 28,900 range. We have a naked point of control, which is exactly here as well at $28,860. Why? Because it's from the day here of the 27th of June, we have a nice high volume node from a consolidation that we had. Let me just quickly go here and show you this large consolidation right there. We have a nice high volume node at that zone, as you can see on the chart. So very important level with the value area high that I just explained. And if we do take a look at the pivot lows, right, to take a look at Fibonacci from this area, pivot low to the pivot high, the 3 at 2 is slightly above right now, 29,100, but we could always wick down from the zone. Pivot low right here from the start of this pump to the pivot high, we have 50% also at the same level, 382. So round about $29,000, 28,800, give or take a couple $100 because of volatility. I would expect if we were to break through down all of these higher lows, some kind of a reaction. That reaction happens at that naked point of control 50% level. Then of course, that low is going to be the level where I'm going to place my stop loss beneath after touching the level and getting the bounce. As soon as that reaction happens, we get that bounce, I am looking for potential long scenarios. Of course, after such a severe drop, there is a possibility that the price might consolidate and be here for quite a few days before the price recovers. So you might get into a long position here and you might get wicked out. But when you get wicked out here, supposedly it will be at break even, because if the price pumps like this and you're in a profitable trade, you are defensive. Your stop loss, you put it at break even, pay a little bit of fees, that is fine, just in case the price drops and continues to the downside. Very important to take those decisions. Technical analysis is very different from trading. Trading, you need to be a sniper, you need to be defensive, you need to take quick decisions when you are at some certain areas. Because I can say this level is going to get a bounce, and then we get a bunch of people long in this level without knowing how to execute those trades properly. So it's simple as this. Get a reaction on the low created, you come back up the level and you place a long, you have a stop loss beneath the level. You get a pump, you protect position just in case the market comes back down. The market comes back down, you get wicked out at break even, then you get a recovery, then you know that that was market makers getting out all of those early long positions, getting the liquidity. That's not a problem, okay? You're stopped out at break even, you come back above the range of the lows, and that means you're creating a local SFP scenario, and then you re-enter that trade, whether it's here or whether it is on the retrace right over here. So that is kind of the plan that I am looking for if we were to have a breakdown from all of these lows, okay? That is the most important level, just like the daily level was the most important one for me for the last few days. I've been consistent. Some of the people did manage to get into an epic short. Some people didn't. Some people missed out. This was very much provided also on YouTube a few days ago. I was saying, hey, I'm looking for that level for the short position, right? So you know the deal. Still in that short, waiting for my next trading scenario. If you want to take any of these trades together with me, the best exchanges for me, obviously, is Bybit. Number one, $30,000 worth of bonus, okay? That is my favorite. Number two, for me, with no KYC, okay? If I did not have any other option, you have Bitflex. You get an Apple Watch, okay? possible giveaway. All right, if you deposit $100 and place one trade, you also get $10 worth of bonus. Another way to support the channel, another way for you to trade in one of the best trading crypto platforms. Going with the scenarios, Andy, what if we do start pumping like crazy from this zone? What happens if none of these setups are going to come into fruition, such as a test of this low again, such as a test of this low? What happens if we start pumping from this level and we missed out on longing here this level? Well, obviously, for me, this is not a great longing level if you did not long the swing failure pattern from the value area low of this trading range. Right now, it's kind of, you miss the trade, whether the price goes up or not. Because if you long here and then the market decides to come down, well, yeah, where's your risk management? Your stop loss is too big. It's just not a trade plan. Simple as that. Right now, price continues pumping. What are the scenarios that we are going to go to much higher levels? For me, obviously, it's going to be a little bit difficult to long at these highs. If we start pumping, you might think to yourself, Andy, value area high of the range, we're likely going to get resistance and we're probably going to roll down. It's definitely a possibility. Point of control, also, it's a huge level. Point of control from the range, it's right here at 30,560 currently. That should be getting rejection, roll back down. Depending on what kind of price action, and this we'll be monitoring this very carefully within the Legends trading community, of course, depending on the reaction, depending on what kind of price action, if we start moving down here and create a higher low and then create an ABC structure, obviously I will be paying close attention with Fibonacci extension, with see the development, how are we going to react at the point of control. I'm going to take a look at those possible waves here, looking at the extension if we were to create that ABC, because I am interested in a one-to-one extension potentially. We get to a retracement down here, then bounce, one-to-one extension with a point of control, and we are getting a nice consolidation here, then possibly we could look for long position, for short position, sorry. All depends on the reaction. For the moment, I really like the range. Getting above the point of control will be a clear sign of strength for me, and I do see the price continuing to the upside back here to the yearly highs. This is what the price has been doing now for the last few weeks. Whoever thinks that this is not possible, well, is living under a rock, okay? It's definitely possible. It happens every single time. When you pump, you come back down. You pump, you come back down. You might pump here, break the daily, go to the next interest zone, which is 32,400 like provided on the latest videos, which is the lower highs from May of 2022. Let's just go back here and show you those levels. Right over here, very interesting zone where I do have the blue box here. Very, very strong level. It could happen again. It happens every single time. And if it doesn't happen, we have stop losses. I shorted the daily zone here, rejection. I had my stop loss in place. If I get stopped out, it doesn't matter. This trade is giving me 4 or 5 times my potential stop loss, okay? Give or take, depending on how much profits you are taking on your way down, but you can see what I am talking about. So, it's going to be difficult inside of the range. I prefer claiming the lows to look for longs. If those lows are broken, I'm looking at 28,800. I think that level should get a bounce. If that is broken, well, then yeah, 27K, which we have a monthly, is likely going to get a bounce. But there's not much support beneath 28,800, guys. Why? Price action moved very fast. When you move very fast from an area, the price can come down as fast from that zone. The only strong support that I do see is at 28,800, 900, 29K level basically, give or take a couple of $100, because it's a zone and you can get that volatility for the reaction. This level is broken. I can tell you already, the move down will likely be very aggressive down to the monthly. That is when we're starting to have some pretty nice confluence down there, okay? Also with Fibonacci levels, such as the 618, okay? From the entire move here, okay, to the upside. When we do take a look at the pivot low to that pivot high, that 618 is with the monthly level. So $27,000 range, good support level for a bounce if we start breaking through here aggressively. Not much more to be said, guys. Those are the trading plans that I do see here on the low side. on the high side, okay, if we do get above the point of control, that for me is going to be quite a pretty significant sign of strength. Of course, we're going to get squeezed in between value area high and point of control. So what you could do is do this: resistance, support, resistance, double top, then go back down. So we're going to be very selective with our trading setups, okay, with longs and shorts, okay, and look for the high possibilities of actually having that continuation to the upside, guys, okay? So not much more to be said. Hopefully you liked this simple technical analysis talking about the levels, sharing with you, of course, with the Legends trading community, that this is very much a possibility. You know, we're talking about the levels, getting ready. It might be boring for a few days, but when that setup comes, guys, we're making an absolute killing. Thank you very much, guys. If you haven't checked my Bitflex tutorial, make sure to check it out, okay? I have a tutorial right there to use that exchange with no KYC, where you do get those incredible bonuses and an Apple Watch giveaway, okay? Make sure to take advantage of that. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.